2 weeks off,
Yes.
and we're back. Season 5, episode 16. The Mainly Stoopid podcast, Girl Dad podcast is back.
Yeah. Officially. A girl dad.
A lot to cover.
Yeah, it's been Yeah. So the last episode was just the Wednesday before July 4th weekend. Right? Yeah.
No, last episode was published July 1st. So yeah, before July 4th.
So,
Oh, fuck. We got a lot. That's even more than I thought to cover.
Right. So they induced us Saturday night. We went in, and Mandy started having contractions fairly regularly, like right off, like right after they gave her the first dose of the medicine. And then, like, it went on through the night. Saturday, they started to be a little more frequent, but every time she would have a not every time, but a few times when she would have a contraction, Remy's heartbeat would drop. So they were like, well, that's not ideal. And then, like, towards the end of the day, they started...
That's not ideal.
Yeah. No shit, right? But, like, they would change the monitor around, change the position of Mandy, give her fluids, and she'd be fine. So Sunday, sorry, not Saturday. Sunday afternoon, they came in, and they were like, so we could do this, and we could do that, and hopefully that would increase the contractions and get your water to break, and then we could move forward with, you know, the birth that way. Then we started talking about, Mandy was like, I have like this feeling in my gut that it's going to end up in C-section. What does that look like? And the midwives were like, well, we kind of also have that feeling as well. And it looks like this, and that's definitely something we can do. Like, the doctor's here to approve it, and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking, all right, so they're going to do a C-section, and they're going to schedule us for, like, Monday morning, the next day.
Yeah.
So I said, what's the timeline on the C-section? And she's like, as soon as she signs the release, like, we're good to go. It's like, so within a half hour, you'll be in the OR. So, like, all right. So that's when I left the room. I was like, I'm going to go make a couple phone calls just because I needed to, like, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So I stepped out to make a phone call, and I called you, told you what was going on. And I was like, all right, let's go have a baby. I walk back into the room, and all hell has broken loose. And there's like 5 nurses. Mandy is on all fours on the bed, and like one nurse is like moving her hips back and forth, and they're trying to get the wireless monitor so they can hear the heartbeat. What has happened at this point is Remy's heartbeat has dropped like to 0. Like, they can't find it. It's undetectable.
Yeah.
So it went from a quasi-scheduled C-section to happening in a half hour to it's happening
right now.
And, like, she was on all fours on the bed as they're rolling her down the hall, like, roll her out of the room. Like, I'm still getting dressed, like, in my scrubs to go into the OR. Have barely enough time to toss a lip pillow in, which was clutch.
Yeah.
Get that in, and, like, running down the hallway, I got, like, as they're pushing Mandy down, ass out down the hallway, like, the nurse is, like, pulling her shirt off, putting stickers on her for heart monitors and all this shit. She hasn't even had an epidural at this point, so the anesthesiologist is, like, basically verbal consent as they're running down the hallway to get the spinal tap in. This guy walks out of his room, like, as they're pushing Mandy by, and looks me dead in the eye and goes, oh, fuck, and just, like, backs back into his room. So we get in. They have an OR right on the... They have 2 ORs right on the labor and delivery floor.
Yeah.
So rush her in, like, in there, like before you go into the OR, there's a room probably 2/3 the size of this one, like for where the doctors wash their hands and scrub in and all that stuff. They pull out a stool and they're like, "You sit here and wait. We'll come get you when we're ready." And I'm like, okay. So now I'm in this room just by myself. And last I knew,
it's a great place to be for you right now.
yeah, right. Last I knew, my baby didn't have a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So this nurse comes walking in. Mind you, like everybody that is doing their job, this is like
normal.
It's controlled chaos to them. Like everybody knew what they were doing. This nurse comes walking in. She's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Suzanne. I'm from the NICU. They call one of us in every time there's a C-section." I was like, "Nice to meet you. My wife's in there. They're getting ready to do a C-section. Can you go find out if they got the baby's heartbeat back for me?" She was like, "Yeah, I can do that." So she walks in and she comes out like 2 minutes later and gives me the thumbs up. She's like, "Everything's good. Baby's good. They're just getting her ready now. We'll come get you in a few minutes." Doctor comes out, tells me the same thing. Another nurse comes out, tells me the same thing. The midwife came out. She's like washing her hands. And she's like, "Fuck." I was like, "What?" She was like, "I forgot to take my wedding ring off." I was like, "Do you want me to hold it?" She was like, "No, I'll just put it in my pocket." And so she goes back in. They come get me. Mandy's laying there, and they like I'm sitting behind a curtain, essentially like a splash guard, I called it. And like Mandy's in front of me. I'm sitting on a stool. The anesthesiologist is right there watching like all her levels and stuff. And because she's awake, they just did a spinal tap, so she's only numb from like the chest down.
Yeah.
And so they start working. And like I said, this is a normal. Like the anesthesiologist was like scrolling his phone. I kind of wanted to ask him like, "Are you on Marketplace or checking your bets?
Yeah.
What do you got going on?" There's nurses over by like the baby warmer just talking about what they had for lunch. And it's just, and meanwhile, like I'm watching my wife get fucking cut open like a fish.
Yeah.
And Mandy's just kind of in a daze sitting there. And then that same nurse came over and she's like, "Hey, do you have your phone on you?" I was like, "Yep." She's like, "Do you want me to take it and take pictures?" I was like, "Sure." And she asked Mandy, she's like, "Are you all right with that?" So Mandy was like, "Yeah, definitely." So she took like a George amount of pictures of the whole thing. And the anesthesiologist nudged me. He's like, "They're about to take your daughter out. You want to watch?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I stood up, and as I stand up, the doctor's got her by the head, and he's just like
palming her.
Pulls her out. And they like cut the cord, rush her over to the warmer. And me and Mandy's like, "I just want to hear her cry. I just want to hear her cry." And she lets out a wail and like starts crying. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at the hair. Like, look at this baby's hair. You got to come see this." So I'm sitting, like, I'm hugging Mandy or whatever. And one of the nurses was like, "Hey, Dad, get over here." So I go over and I'm just standing there watching them clean her up, and they're giving her oxygen. She's like boxing the oxygen mask off of her face. And, one of the nurses is like, "You can touch her. She's your kid." And so I put my hand out and like put my hand in her or my finger in her hand, and she grabbed it, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like I just whoosh, complete, like just melt right there. I'm fucked the rest of my life. So
you're going to need to revisit those memories at about year 11.
Yeah.
Because instead of your finger going into her hand, it's like, "Thanks for the credit card, Dad."
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about that, like when I was talking about how was talking to you about something. You're like, "Wait until one of them, when you say what time it is," and they're like, "Actually, it's 7:02."
Yeah.
Like that popped into my head. So then it was like so what had happened was her cord wasn't wrapped around her neck, but it was prolapsed, so it was in front of her. It was coming, like, if Mandy had, like, we would have ended up in an emergency C-section anyways.
Yeah.
So if Mandy had started to push, the cord actually would have come out first, which is really bad. And so every time Mandy would have a contraction, Remy would push on the cord with her head and cut off circulation, oxygen, all that stuff. So they had her on oxygen for a little while, which came back up, no problem. And then it was basically like, here she is, go bring her to mom. So I brought her over, and they, Mandy,
How nervous were you on those first, like, 2 steps?
holding the baby?
Yeah.
I thought I was holding, like, it was like, I don't know, like the Declaration, like Stephen Nicolas Cage with the fucking Declaration of Independence, like that type of thing. And so it was, but held her and like sung to her, and Mandy and I were crying, and then it was, we brought her back to the room, and Mandy's parents were waiting in the room, and it was just, business as usual. Mandy is still like completely numb, so she couldn't get out of bed until way later on that night.
Yeah.
So I was, moving the baby back and forth. I changed the first diaper, like all that stuff, so she could. But we were just, it was awesome. And then, like, I can't say enough about the nursing staff at Wentworth Douglas. Like, everybody, it was controlled chaos. Everybody knew their job. Like, the nurse that we had in our room was in the OR with us and was like walking Mandy through everything, like right at her head.
Yeah.
Saying this is what's happening. The midwife was there, and like the midwife came over to me and gave me a big hug afterwards, and it was awesome. It was like, everybody was great. The nurses, like, we had one nurse that by the end of her shift, I was calling her Auntie Amanda, because she was just so fucking cool, and she was hilarious. She was from Tennessee, and but yeah, it was awesome. Mandy makes cute babies, or grows cute babies. I'm kind of biased, but she's a pretty cute baby. But yeah, and then so that was Sunday. She was born at 3:08 p.m. Monday came. Her blood sugar. So like, babies' blood sugars can be funky, especially if they're C-sectioned, I guess. And so they have to like prick her in the heel and take her blood sugar, and it had to be at a certain level before a feed.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, if the next 3 aren't this or above, then she'll have to go into the NICU and be on an IV for blood sugar meds. But she ended up being fine, and we didn't have to go into the NICU. And then they were like, all right, so now we're going to move you to a different room, to the postpartum floor, which is the next floor up, which is basically like, labor and delivery is the Hilton. Postpartum is like the Motel 6. Like, they basically just bring you up there. The nurses and stuff were still good, but it's like a smaller room. They're getting you ready to send you home, essentially. So we got up there, and it was kind of a little bit of a culture shock, because they basically walked us in, and they're like, there's your bed, there's the couch.
See ya.
Let us know if you need anything. Like, we'll talk to you later. And so that was like our first kind of, holy fuck, we're in it now. And so we did that, and one of the nurses had come in at it was like 3 a.m. They came in and said, do you guys want to go home today? And everybody had told us Wednesday. Like,
Yeah.
that was kind of what we were thinking. And at that point, Mandy and I were both thinking, like, fuck, we don't want to be in this room for another fucking 2 nights or whatever.
You're right.
So we're like, well, it's 3 a.m. We don't really want to think about that. So we actually, the baby was fed, Mandy was sleeping, I was sleeping. So we finally got we're getting some good sleep.
Yeah.
And that morning, they had done shift change, and the morning nurse had come in to check on us and saw that we were sleeping. and kind of like just backed out. It was like, I'm not going to wake him up. I'm going to let him get some rest. And then she came back in at like 8:30 and was like, it's graduation day. You guys are out of here. And me and Mandy looked at each other and were like, fucking sweet. We were ready at that point.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say that pissed me off about the whole experience is we met with a lactation consultant, a nurse that like helps train your wife.
Yes. How to do it.
She was the most gaslighting bitch I've ever met in my life. And like Mandy's milk hadn't arrived yet. Like it wasn't there. So we're like, they told us from the beginning, bring your pump so we can show you how to use it. So we brought our pump, and the first words out of the lactation consultant's mouth were, nope, we're going to use our pumps. You can just look up a YouTube video on how to use yours. And I was like, that's kind of weird. But then like the milk, like Remy was latching, but there wasn't anything there, so we still had to, like, we were using donor milk that they have at the hospital.
Yeah.
So we were using that and feeding her that way. And so now I'm thinking, like, all right, we're going to have to use this donor milk if we're going to breastfeed. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get that. So I asked this lactation nurse, I'm like, how do we get the donor milk? She's like, well, you have to fill out a form, and then we are able to buy it from us, but you can't use insurance for it. You have to pay for it, and it takes a few days to get. And I was like, well, we're going home today, so we need to like figure something out. So she pissed us both off. She made Mandy feel horrible, like, because she was like, you need to feed her, put her on the boob, and then pump. And you have to do this every 2 hours. So it's basically like the way she was explaining it, like you feed her, latch her, pump, and then start the whole process over again time-wise. Because by the time you're done pumping, you basically have to feed her again if you need to feed her every 2 hours. And like telling Mandy, she said to Mandy, she was like, if this is what you want to do, this is how you have to do it. So then the discharge midwife came in, and we were telling her about it, and she was like, that's like, are you guys going to do formula? Well, no, we were going to breastfeed. Well, you can supplement with formula until the milk arrives if you need to, until you get a supply.
Yeah.
And we were like, we can? And she was like, yeah, she didn't tell you that? And we were like, nope. Like, none of that. Like, Mandy is at this point is like on the verge of tears, and the midwife is like, no, a fed baby is a happy baby. Like, you need to do whatever you need to do to keep the baby fed. And if you can't pump every 2 hours, then you can't pump every 2 hours. But the important thing is resting to keep that baby fed.
Right.
So she made us feel 100%. And now, like, Mandy's pumping and getting a supply, and like it's been good. It's just that was the only blemish on the whole experience for the most part was that lactation nurse, and everybody else was awesome.
The lactation nurse that Leah had ended up coming to the house.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was because it was on the weekend and she wasn't there or whatever, but she came to the house and was basically like, yeah, pacifiers are the devil. Your kid's only going to be good if you feed breast milk and figure it out.
Yeah, that was kind of like what this lady was like. And talking to the midwife, she was like, well, I guess I'm a horrible mom and provider because I have 3 kids. 2 of them were formula fed, and one's an anesthesiologist or something like that, and one of them was breastfed, and they're all perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And I gave pacifiers to all of them. So guess what? Remy does use a pacifier. It was just, I don't know. The important thing is she's here and she's healthy and everything's good. She's back up over her birth weight. She's grown 1.5 inches already. But it was fun. It was it was it was like the crazy. Like I've had a lot of surgeries,
Yeah.
and I've never seen anything like that in my life. It was wild. When they walked me into the OR, they're like, "Don't touch anything that's blue. That's all sterile. And if we do, we have to start this whole process over again." I'm like, "Gotcha. I won't touch anything
Okay.
that's
I'm
blue."
just gonna sit here on my hands.
Once I was in my little like area, I was fine, but like walking through, it was wild.
Yeah.
So, and then we ran into you guys at the farmers market.
Yeah. I was shocked to see you guys out and about. It's awesome.
Yep.
Little farmers market, the old Tribs parking lot.
That was like our first big outing to get out of the house.
Big adventure.
We were just ready. Other than her doctor's appointment. So.
It was funny when you were talking about being back at work for the first couple days this week, and you're like, "This is fucking miserable." The thing I didn't tell you, because I was going to tell you today, is like, you now have though a built-in excuse to leave work.
Yeah.
And no one can say a fucking thing. Like, oh, I gotta go. Kids.
Yeah. You gotta go take care of the kid or something.
Yeah. Kid has a doctor's appointment. Kid's sick. Kid's not feeling well. Gotta stay home.
Yeah.
Like, it's the greatest.
Yeah. And like it's such a weird like my I don't know how to word this. My give a fuck is so much less now that I have Remy. Like she's really like her and Mandy. Like I could care less what. Like when I'm out of work, I'm out of work. Like I didn't check my work email the whole time I was out of work. Like it was just, and in work respected it too. Like they didn't ask me about anything. Like we went in a couple times. Like I had to get some paperwork for the Maine family planning leave or whatever. I had to have Barbara sign a couple things, but like it was great. And I mean, my work is more their family too, but it's just like when I'm out of work now, even just this week, it's been, I'm home, I'm with the baby, and nothing else really. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
And although Mandy did tell me, she was like, "You need to go fishing. You're getting a little uptight." I was like, "No shit."
Yeah.
I didn't fish once while I was off, which is fine. I was fine with that.
I haven't either.
But that could be changing soon.
It could be.
There was some developments in that.
Yeah, so
You fixed your motor.
I fixed my motor problem. Yeah.
I saw Adam Morris at the shop. Garrett's like, he was like, "Garrett, get his boat fixed." I was like, "Yeah, fixed it." He was like, "What was it?" I was like, "The motor." He was like, "Well, no shit." I'm like, he's like, "What?" I was like, "He fixed it. He put a fucking 140 Suzuki on it." Problem solved.
After I dropped another $800, I was like, the only thing I can equate it to is it's the last vet appointment.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is the last thing I'm trying before I'm ripping this thing off my boat. And I was literally at the point where I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go, but the motor's coming off my boat. If I have to fucking put the boat away, it is what it is. I was like, I'm done with this fucking boat right now. Because it's either I rip the motor off and I leave it in the shop so I could fuck with the motor if I want to now, or I was going to sell the fucking boat.
Just get it out of your life.
Just fucking not be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
So, through some channels, new Suzuki 140s going on. Should be delivered today, I think. I don't know. And so I dropped it off yesterday. we'll see if it's back this weekend. I don't know.
It's going to be sweet.
I can't wait.
It's going to be fun.
You're not going to see me.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to see me is like
if I'm on the boat.
Call me to pick you up somewhere. Like I'm going to go to work and I'm going to come home from work and the truck and boat are still going to be hooked up together and we're going to leave.
I just can't, like, I was mentally preparing myself not to go out fishing with you this season, like, because it was getting, like, to that point, and then when you told me about the motor, I was like, so you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah. There's a chance we're fishing until fucking November.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting it in for break-in service this year because you won't be able to put that many hours on it. And Garrett said, yeah, fucking hold my beer.
You have an appointment next week. So the fucked up thing, and I get part of it, but I also don't get a lot of it. Like, as a warranty goes, the dealer has to put the motor on.
For your warranty to be valid.
Yeah.
See, like...
I'm like, it's 4 fucking bolts. Wiring to the battery. And I mean, legitimately, you don't have to do anything else to make that motor run. Like, you have your controls that go in. They plug to themselves. You hook up to a battery and a key and put gas to it. That's fucking it.
So does that have steering cables and all that?
No, I keeping my hydraulic steering.
Okay.
Keeping all that. Keeping the same fuel setup.
Which is all new.
Yeah, that's fucking brand new.
Other than the tank.
Yeah, other than the tank and the filter housing, it's brand new. Which, if Kyle's like, I'm going to put a new filter housing on, I'd be like, okay. Don't really care.
Now, I wonder, like...
So I talked to Webb, Hannah, and they're like, yeah, for Suzuki to honor their warranty, he's like, I could technically give it to you. And you could put it on, but it would have to come back here and we'd have to go over the whole thing.
A lot of companies are different
then
like that.
Why the fuck would I do that? Like, I'm not coming up to you to pick up a motor on a fucking trailer, go home. I mean, I'm saying this now. If I don't have this boat back by next week, I'm going to fucking kill somebody. But, yeah, it was... I don't know. I was irritated by that. Because I'm like, realistically, like, what am I going to fuck up with a warranty?
Yeah.
Like,
I get both sides of it.
I do too, but then I look at some of the retards that work at some of these boat shops and I'm like, why is that dumb shit? Now, granted, there's dumb shit boat owners too. I'm not saying, but like, we need a judgment call.
There's way more dumb shit boat owners than there are smart ones, so I think that's probably...
But like, hey, Suzuki, let's hop on a FaceTime call. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I don't speak Japanese.
I don't... Unless it's, like, Piscataqua landscaping. If somebody... Like, I don't give parts away for... warranty. Like, if somebody comes in and says, I got a new motor, this part's bad, I don't just warranty the part. Like,
no, and I get that, but
we've had people install... Kohler's a little bit different, but like, I've sold motors to somebody and then they've had an issue with that motor and they bring the machine in and we work on it, but never really maybe it is a thing, I don't know.
It's so Suzuki, anything over 35 horse
really
has to be installed by them.
Interesting. Or
by a in-network dealer. And I was like, whatever. Because by the time when I decided that I was done, I was just like, I'm completely done. Like,
Yeah.
I had all the controls and everything ripped out of the boat in 2 hours. It was all on the deck, ready to get picked off, and then I just had to wait for George to fucking.
And then this new motor comes with like new throttle control and all that shit.
Yeah, I had to punch a new. I re-glassed part of the console, and then I punched the hole for the new binnacle, and then I just told them to figure out wherever the fuck they wanted to put the key switch, because the diagram they gave me with the key switch didn't really have like actual measurements on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck this up right now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I might do is I might build a box. So on my center console, the switch panel's over here, and VHF is down low. Then it's TAC, and then there's 3 gauges across the top.
Yeah.
For fuel, battery, and then it was trim. I'm not going to have there's no fucking point in having a trim gauge. It's the dumbest gauge to have on an outboard. Like, if I can't turn my neck around and look at where my fucking motor is,
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
What does it tell you? Just the degree it's at?
Yeah, it just tells you if it's trimmed up or trimmed down.
Gotcha.
And it like shows you it's a swing arm. I'm like, oh, that's fucking stupid. So I was like, unless Suzuki has like a fucking something else that I need, I was like, I don't see a need for having that. So like I pulled it out with when I pulled the E-Tech off. So there's a hole there right now, and I'm like, I think I might build a box to go in, because then to the right of that is like almost 10 inches of empty space.
Yeah.
Where originally I was going to put like a fucking 12-inch Garmin. But I like having mine on the swivel mount.
Yeah.
Because if I fish alone and I'm just like drifting, I like to be able to turn it so I can see it. Because even Jack at Web Hannon was like, why don't you just put your Garmin right there? And I was like, because then I have to be standing behind the console to look at it. And if I'm fishing alone and I'm on the bow, I can't do that. He was like, huh. I was like, I like being able to move it too.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to build a box and just put like a simple door on it. Not even really worry about it being like watertight.
Yeah.
But then have it so I can throw like my phone and like boat reg and like small shit up in there.
You could always do it and then get like just cut a hole and then mount one of those Harbor Freight Pelican boxes in it and have that be.
So I thought about that. Then there's also
So quickly, it's Wednesday night, right?
it is Wednesday.
Around 6:45, like George listens to the podcast.
He's leaving his boat right now in
Oh,
Wells.
is he? So he's just bored, needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Has he tried to?
Has he tried calling you? I should have answered it.
He just texted me. Any pics of the new car yet? In driveway. Podcasting. He was supposed to come down and change his oil, but then he went up to his boat because he finally got his. Did you hear the saga of his propeller?
No, I barely talked to him.
So it might have been the night we podcasted last.
Yeah.
Or the next day. And then Friday we went out on his boat for fireworks.
Yeah.
He's like, hey. He's like, fucking something happened to my fucking port propeller. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I heard a fucking noise, and I don't know if I hit something floating or what. He's like, but. And then he lifted up, he trimmed up the motors and sent me a pic, and the fucking looks like a fucking saw blade. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did you hit? And he's like, I never put the boat someplace where I would have hit something. Like, the skegs are clean. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know. And then Kyle texted me and him a pic the next day. He had fucking taken the skiff out to the boat, and the fucking zinc, the indicator zinc,
Yeah.
for like, or like the, to help the boat track better. It just, whatever. There's a zinc above the propeller. That fell off with the engine in gear. And so that's what he heard. It was either getting loose and like working its way down, and then
Yeah.
it started making contact, and then it just broke off. But yeah, his zinc fucking wiped out his prop. We still took it to fireworks, which was fun. But then he just got the propeller replaced yesterday. I'm like, I hope that's not the speed in which they
Yeah.
get this motor on, because that was like 16 days to get a propeller.
You gotta figure though, my like, I tend to, like, if somebody's buying something from us like that, I tend to move a lot faster
Yeah.
to get that money in hand.
Oh, and I dropped the fucking boat right in their fucking front yard too. I was like, "Hey, go."
Yeah, always put it somewhere where they
Yeah.
need to move it.
Yeah.
Or just get the job done.
And I mean, Jack did say, he's like, as soon as the motor shows up, he's like, we'll get it on. I was like, okay.
That's cool.
But yeah, haven't done any fishing.
Oh. So we talked about me breaking a rod, right?
You told me.
Yeah. Did we talk about it on the last pod?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you went over,
Yeah.
you covered fishing with Adam.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that pace came in. It was fun. That was waiting for me when we got home from the hospital.
Excellent.
I like set the baby down and went outside, got the box, and like started opening. Man, he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "My new rod tip section came in for my fly rod that I broke." She was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Remy's just chilling in the car seat in the kitchen.
She's not going
I was
anywhere.
like,
You got her for
she's
the
fine.
next 18 years.
Right.
Like,
Actually, it's like 17 years and 50 weeks at this point.
yeah.
Something like that. Not that I'm counting. But
The one tuna market is not doing well.
no.
No.
They're not getting TV prices.
Wait, what?
What happened?
We just got. We got a chat message that says boat's ready to go.
From who?
CE4 tanker.
I don't know who that is.
George. He's apparently watching.
So
Not my boat.
oh,
So he commented, boat's ready to go. And I said, my boat? Boat's ready to go, like motors on? Question mark? He said, my boat, not your boat. I had to fix my engine for 45 minutes to get port engine to run tonight. I said, oh, fuck you.
way to get our hopes up, George.
Yeah. I was fucking going to end this podcast right now and go jump in my truck. Not even talk to my family. Yeah, so that's up there. Shop's got a new engine in it.
You gonna fuck with it at some point?
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
Give it a Viking burial.
No, it's going to get stripped.
Yeah.
Or the other idea is to maybe find an EMM for it and put it on and see if it fixes it.
Yeah.
But that's like $2,000. But if that fixes it, that's a fucking basically brand new motor.
Yeah.
So
Be interesting to see. Do you have a scope, like one of those camera scopes?
yeah.
Have you put that into the cylinders?
Oh, I didn't have to. I looked up the other side.
What do the cylinders look like on the inside?
Fucking fine.
Clean.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh yeah, because you pulled the reed valves out.
yeah,
and
when I
everything,
pulled the
yeah.
reeds out. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, look. There's the butthole of my engine. That's fun.
Yeah.
Love this for me right now."
Right. Yeah, so I haven't done zero. I've done zero fishing, which I really wasn't planning on doing any fishing while I was off with the baby. I do still have a trip planned with Rising Tide, which actually hopefully you'll be able to go.
I should be.
They had to change the dates on that, unfortunately, so Aaron couldn't make it. But
Well, hopefully I just open up fucking Garrett's Guide Service fucking
right,
starting in August, and that boat probably. My goal is to do 2 oil changes this year.
knowing how you are, I don't see that as a problem.
Every 100 hours needs an oil change.
Casting in the yard's pretty boring, so I'm hoping to get out on the boat with you.
Yeah.
Because I need to get my arm ready for this trip so I don't look like a total fucking Googan.
Oh, but back to what I was saying about tuna.
Yeah.
Before we got derailed by useless comments. No wholesaler wants fish over 90 right now.
Over 90 inches?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I know of one tuna fisherman in York who picked up 2 fish and turned them into lobster bait because the price is so low.
No shit.
He goes, yeah, I got a call from the wholesaler. Fucking 110-inch fish. And he was going to give me 90 cents a pound. He goes, I buy bait for over $2 a pound. And he's like, so, yeah, I cut up a tuna.
Just because the quality's not there on the bigger fish?
They say the market's saturated, is what all the wholesalers are saying.
Interesting.
And so my buddy's like, yeah, I turned it into lobster bait. And he goes, and actually, bluefin is fantastic lobster bait. He's like, it's so oily.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It
Probably holds up pretty
super
well.
durable.
Yeah.
He's like, it'll stay in the trap for two weeks. I was like, holy fuck. He's like, yeah. He's like, so.
And at 90 cents a pound, it's like almost free.
Yeah. He's like, lobster prices are still decent.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy today, and he said bugs are doing pretty well, and the price is pretty good. I was like, is it enough to offset the fuel costs? He's like, no, not really, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, diesel fuel could come down a little bit.
Right.
That's why I had to make some moves quickly. My wife is not real happy with me right now.
No.
I think she's like in shell shock. Because yesterday morning, I dropped off my boat to have a brand new Suzuki put on it. And then I came home, got in my Bronco, drove over, returned that thing. Which, as a car buying experience, I hate Portsmouth Ford. Lease turn-in experience, 10 out of 10. Walked in, salesman recognized me. He's like, you got a Bronco? I was like, yeah. I was like, lease is up either today or tomorrow. I don't really fucking know, but like within like the next 24 hours. He's like, oh. He's like, you know what you want to look at? I was like, nothing here. He was like, okay. He's like, I'll take you over to the lease end guy. So I went over there, and the guy was like, all right, you're under your miles. I'll go out and fucking pull your plates off and hand them to you. And, sign right here, and we're done. I was in and out of Portsmouth Ford in under 5 minutes yesterday. I was like, well, that was fucking lovely.
Yeah.
I was like, I expected that to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, are you sure there's nothing you want to look at? Like, let's go walk the lot. Something? No, nothing. Didn't give a fuck. I was like, okay. So I drove over to a dealership. I was looking at a car. And then I looked at a car there. And then my wife was like, let's go look at Volvo. So we drove down to Volvo. Didn't like anything at Volvo, really. And all of their certified pre-owns are like a year old. So they're only like fucking $8,000 off. I'm like, well, I'm not. I would lease something, but then I'm back to having to watch how much I drive. I'm like, I don't really like that. So then I went back to the first dealership we were talking to. I stopped at BMW. If it wasn't for the 40,000 miles on top of what I bought, I would have bought the car at BMW. They had 2020 BMW X3M. But it had like 90-something thousand miles on it. And I was like, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
So, drove back up to Ben's of Portsmouth. Looked at a different car. Talked to the sales manager. And he's like, what do you want this for? And I was like, it's literally a fucking work vehicle. I was like, but I don't want a shitty work vehicle. And he was like, okay. He's like, between those two cars you're looking at, he's like, I recommend this one. I was like, okay. And they're like, okay. He's like, pick it up tomorrow? I was like, sure. He's like, okay, see ya. That was it. I got a call from the finance guy today, and he's like, you're all set. I have 5 questions for you. You want fucking all these extended warranties? I was like, I will take the extended warranty that pushes my 1-year warranty to 3 years. I was like, and he's like, oh, and by the way, that warranty's unlimited mileage. I was like, unlimited? He's like, unlimited. I was like, game on.
Sign me up.
Game fucking on. And so yeah, I bought a Mercedes GLC 300.
Sharp looking car.
There's so much technology in it. I haven't even I got it far enough that I plugged my phone in and got CarPlay on. But like when I was messing with it yesterday at the dealership, like there's so many things you can turn on. It also drives for you.
What year is it?
22.
How many miles?
Right at 50.
Nice.
I was like, this is exactly what I need. It's got a sport mode and a sport plus mode. Exactly what I need.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. I can't recommend that dealership enough. It's fucking, they're pricey, but really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah. I bought a new motor for a boat and bought a new car in the same day.
And Leah's eyes are just bouncing back and forth, going.
Yeah, she's like stress baking right now.
So, Tim Whitaker at the shop, he has a 2-year-old F-150 with a 5-liter V8 in it. That when he bought it, they were like, "Yeah, it's got a towing capacity of 13,000 pounds. You can haul any camper that you need to with it." So, his camper, he hauled it for the first time with his bike in it. He's got a toy box camper.
Yeah.
And he was like, that fucking thing cannot haul 9,600 pounds. Like, it was creaking and cracking. He was like, I did not like it at all. So, and this was from Portsmouth Ford. So he went to Portsmouth Chevy and bought a brand new Duramax. Said, fuck it, now I'm not going to have any problem hauling anything. Leftover Duramax, I shouldn't say brand new.
Well, that's what I still like. The wife's car will be next, and then I'm going to buy a new truck. My plan is to drive this fucking car.
Yeah, now that you're not hindered by a lease.
Yeah. And it really wasn't even like, at the beginning, it was like a little bit of hindered by a lease, and then from the middle to the end, it was like, I just hate this fucking car.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just a commuter. Like, it might as well have been a fucking Honda Civic.
Yeah. And I drove one of the Broncos. I wasn't a big fan of them. Like, just, I don't know.
I don't mind how it, like, I don't mind your seat position.
Yeah.
Like, you're not super low. Like, I hate cars.
Yeah.
I hate riding in cars.
Same.
So, like, I liked to be up a little bit more, but this thing was just like, I don't know.
I've driven Mandy's car. We've had that for 3 years now. Yeah, because it's 2023. And I could count how many times I've driven that on one hand until the baby.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck if I ever have to drive that thing. It's like driving a car in an SUV's costume.
She's got the Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, she likes it. It works for her. But I'm like, when this thing is ready, like, we're not getting another Escape. Like, it's time to upgrade to an Explorer or an Expedition. Or
I got champagne taste.
See, I don't.
I'm a bougie bitch.
Yeah.
And after getting into this car, I'm like, I was already looking at like the GLEs.
Yeah.
Which is the next one up. That has third row. I was like, fuck. I'm gonna end up back here.
And like, if you like him as a dealer, then
it's really not like the prices I was looking at a Volvo versus looking at a Mercedes. I'm like, well, we're fucking in the same bracket here.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're looking at a fucking brand new Expedition, like I
love the Expeditions, and
the Expeditions are sick.
Yeah, but I just
the one I want is $100,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, call me bougie. I'd rather spend $100,000 on a Mercedes than a fucking Ford.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
like,
I get it.
The end of the day, it's a better.
It's the German
car.
Engineering. It's all of it.
It just, and it feel like, dude, you get in that fucking car, And like her car does it too, but like you put it into sport mode and like that steering is so fucking tight.
Yeah, it's like riding on rails. Like it's something about
It's so weird
that
to
engineering.
drive.
Like I remember.
Whereas the Bronco Sport was like, well, fucking
The Ford Ranger.
Here's a plywood box with fucking four wheels.
It's a hatchback Ford Ranger, you know. Like yeah, I remember driving your Beamer that you had, your car, and that thing was like, I mean,
I love that car.
80 miles an hour on a corner, just downshifted, fucking go for it.
Yeah. This has paddle shifters.
Those are fun.
I'm like, what? What do I need this for?
One of the crossbars and rod rack go on it.
So funny enough, the crossbars that are on my wife's car also fit the Mercedes. Perfect. I was like, those are getting moved over. And probably going to order a river quiver for it just to be that guy.
Let me know when you order one.
I don't know. That river quiver might be longer than that car, though.
Yeah, you're going to be able to see it.
I can see it in her car.
Can you? Yeah, like on our trucks we can't.
Yeah. Yeah, on my truck, it's fucking so far back.
Yeah.
Leah didn't like it on her car. She's like, I didn't like seeing it. I was like, it just brought me joy.
Yeah.
I was like, and your car looks cool with it. But I might just do like a 2-banger.
I'm going to do a 2-banger.
I might be ordering 3 2-bangers.
Why 3?
One for her car.
You got to have options. You don't have to take one off, put it on.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 2-banger with the track mounts. Low profile track mounts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and mount it underneath the rails. I think it'll fit.
It'll be close.
But either way, that thing's coming off, and I don't care what the fuck happens to it.
Salvation Army.
Fucking restore. Fucking... I'll fucking leave it outside the fire station next to the baby box for all I'm concerned. But that's about it. Oop. Remy's watching Mainly Stoopid with Ro.
Oh, good.
Gotta start her off early.
How's Ro like her sister? Enjoys her?
Yeah. She is not quite sure what to do when she cries, so she tries to bring her a Benebone, and
You know,
that's not always the best thing to try to hand a baby.
Yeah.
But she I was extremely nervous about bringing Ro home. Like I was worried that because Ro's only a year old, and I was worried that she was gonna just be hyper and like bounce on her or like something, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna give Remy back, but like,
yeah,
it was gonna, because I wasn't gonna get rid of the dog.
I mean,
but so I went and picked her up from your parents and brought a blanket and like a onesie or a burp cloth or something. And Ro first of all, Ro at Casa de Hutch had a fantastic time. So I brought that, and she smelled it, and she didn't want to leave. She got in the truck. We came home. Remy was in the bassinet. I didn't want her to get excited and jump on Mandy after just having the C-section. So had her like standing behind the dog gate on the stairs, brought Ro in, she said hi to everybody. I picked Remy up and kind of sat down on the couch with her and just held her like this. And Ro came over and smelled her, and it was like a fucking switch flipped in that dog.
Yeah.
And she still has her hyper moments, but she's more relaxed now. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
To see her around. Like before, like Ro can lay on the couch and I could bring Remy over and just lay her on top of her and Ro wouldn't fucking do shit.
Yeah.
Before, when Ro would lay on the couch, if one of us went over and tried to like lay with her, she would just get up and walk away. But now, like, she lets us cuddle her. It's really cool. And if Remy cries, you could tell like Ro gets nervous, so she'll go get a toy because she doesn't know how to react otherwise. So she gets a toy, brings that over. When we're changing her or when Remy's in the bassinet, Ro will go over and just set her head on because we have a bassinet in the living room, and it's a pack and play, but it has a changing table and a bassinet built into it on the top that are removable. So Ro will just go over and set her head on the edge of it and just look at her and watch her. Or if I'm sitting in the chair with her, with Remy, Ro will hop up and lay down with me like she normally did, but just put her head on Remy. And
yeah,
it's been great. I've sent a bunch of pictures to your parents of it. They obviously, when I dropped Ro off at your mom's, it was Friday before July 4th. You guys were going out. You had gone out.
Oh,
well, the boat. George was.
Yeah.
So your mom was eating dinner with whatever family members were there or somebody, and so I brought Ro in. Like walked up through the dog yard, brought her in through the dog yard door or the mudroom door, and Ro like ran in. Kathy's like, "Oh, we're eating dinner, so I'm just gonna put her in the crate." And Ro didn't really want to go in the crate right away, and your mom had to like put her in the crate, help me put her in the crate, and I like started like I had to park at the end of the road and like cry because I was like, I feel like I'm abandoning her. It was tough. But then, like, the next morning, your dad sent us a video of Ro playing in the yard, and she came back, like, 4 pounds lighter and just rugged, and because she had just run her ass off for a week. So, and your dad sent updates, pictures of her every day with videos and, you know, her laying in the house with them, and so it's been good. Speaking of music, I know you've been on this for a while, and I have a little bit, but Stick Figure,
yeah,
I fucking love them.
Very good. One of my favorite songs. So I got shit. This is, going back to remembering why you love your children some days.
Yeah.
My oldest is like, why don't you have any liked songs on your Spotify? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, your liked songs playlist is only like 40 songs, and most of them are like old. Like, you haven't added a liked song in a while. I was like, I listen to only stations that I like. So therefore I like the music on there, and I don't need to, like, what am I going to do with the liked song playlist? I'm like, she's like, you need to expand it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, why don't you walk home?
Yeah. I'm like,
nerd.
Or I just type in Lil Wayne radio, Dirty Heads radio, or Jimmy Buffett radio, and just hit shuffle. And then guess what? I listen to all the music I like. But I added one song from Little Stranger, who, similar vibes.
Yeah.
It's called Mexico. It has one of my favorite lines in it. And if you listen to the song, you'll know exactly what the line is. But it's a test for our listeners.
All right. It's a test for me.
It's a test for you.
I have zero clue how to use Spotify. I have it. I don't know how to use it. I've been Apple Music for
See,
forever.
I was Apple
And
Music until I realized how much I was paying for Apple Music. And then I was like, I mean, Spotify family's just as expensive, but then we all have it.
yeah, I have Apple Music family, and Mandy's on it. I'm on it. Mike Churchill's on it. And he likes it because he can play it. Like, I made him a playlist, so he has it in his ears when he's snowmobiling, and it's like AC/DC and fucking like all those.
You can do that on Spotify.
I know, but at this point,
Spotify I like because you also get the options of podcasts and books
yeah,
all in one app.
yeah.
Like I was
Apple,
actually
it's 3 different apps.
I was listening to, what did I click on the other day? It was I was looking up some fishing song. And then like a John Girish
book came up.
I was like, hey, do you want to listen to this next? And I was like, no, but that's on the fucking list of things to do.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, it was, I love Spotify. I'm on Spotify pretty much from the time I leave the house in the morning until I get home. Spotify is playing on my phone.
Yeah.
Or on speakers in my office. I haven't been told to turn it down yet, which is pretty good. The little JBL speakers.
Yeah.
I fucking love those things. I won that JBL flip from work. I want like 6 more.
Yeah, I want to get one. I don't have one.
I would do, if I were to buy one myself, I would probably buy the JBL Charge. Just because you can charge your phone.
Yeah.
Hence the name. And like, not that Spotify really kills it, but yeah, between Dirty Heads, Little Stranger, that's pretty much like all I listen to. What else is there? There's some other good bands on here. Yeah. I had someone come to my office the other day. I had like Dirty Heads on, Dirty Heads Spotify radio, and they're like, if you didn't work where you work, they're like, pretty sure you'd just be smoking weed right now. And I was like, some days I think I need it to be able to work here. They're like, you just have like hippie music on, your office is dark as shit. Like, it was a Friday, so I was in there in like a fucking fishing hoodie with my hood up with like, they're just like, what are you doing?
It's Garrett's world. We're just living in it.
I was like, hey, man. I was like, wait till I order the fucking Chase Lounge couch for my office. My boss is like, you're not ordering that. And I was like, why not? Like, I just have a table. Like, I have a circle table with 4 chairs in my office. And then my desk. And I'm like, no one comes in and sits at, like, the table. I was like, the fucking Chase Lounge would be sick. You come in, hang out, put a coffee table there.
TV.
Some fucking sport fishing mags on the table. So, we have been on a tear of ordering TVs, too. But the artwork TVs. And then we also figured out that how to make AI versions of the pictures of all of us. I gotta show you this one. Because they did one of me. I only had one piece of feedback. That the guy's not fly fishing. But like, that's a dope photo.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
I was like, besides the guy having a spin rod in his hand, that's pretty accurate to a picture of me.
It was like when I had it make those action figures of us.
Yeah. Oh, and first launch of the boat, we will be mounting the.
Yeah.
Finally epoxied it.
Yep.
Finally got my epoxy stuff out.
Yeah, we'll fucking screw that to a tree down there, or the Harbor Master Shack.
Yeah, I might just put it right over the sign.
Put it right on the door. I told him I was going to do it at some point. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. You'll know when Garrett gets his boat back.
Yeah.
You won't hear from him. Yeah.
Well, I better get home.
If you are chasing trout, be aware of how fucking hot the river is.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely bring a temperature gauge with you. They make it so easy to be able to check temperatures. They can stick them right to your net. They make digital ones. They make old school ones. They just fucking check the temperature. Go early in the morning. Use heavier tippet so you can get them in faster. Get them released. Keep them wet. All that shit.
Fish early, fish late. Don't fish midday.
Yeah. And
big stripers are here.
Yeah, I did hear that.
It's just been all big. I need to get that dude's name again and talk to him about a polling platform and a fucking casting platform.
I'll send it to you tonight.
And I gotta go stop by Seacoast Glass. A1 Glass or whatever the fuck they are on the bypass.
Seacoast?
Is it Seacoast Glass?
Yeah. You're going to do glass or you're going to do plexi?
No, I'm going to do Lexan.
Lexan.
But he said he could get some gray stuff. And I'm like, what's gray? Is it like smoked? Or is it like gray? Because I don't want gray. I want like...
Yeah.
Leah was like, I think it would look weird if it's solid black. Because I was just going to order black Lexan. She's like, I think it would look weird. I was like, I don't think so. I think it would look tinted. And it would look like the boat's
if it's glossy.
windshield's murdered out. She was like, no.
Although if you do put a windshield on it, that's going to hinder your swivelness of the...
No, because swivel goes up, too.
Oh, okay.
I already thought about how high I want to make it. It's going to be no more than like 6 inches.
So it's more cosmetic than anything.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually, I mean, cosmetic, partial. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
It's also so I can just leave shit on my dash and
Yeah.
not have it get blown the fuck off the boat.
Yeah.
So, like, I can, like, stuff, like, sunglasses up there and they don't just get blown off the boat.
Yeah.
That's really why I want it. And then, like, it just will contain everything if I set stuff up on top.
And if for some reason he can only get you clear Lexan, let me know. And a guy that I work with at the shop, his son does tinting, and I can have him tint it for you.
He does tinting?
Yeah.
Like vehicles?
Yeah. They do vehicle wraps and tinting.
Where?
She's based out of...
She?
Yeah, it's his son and his wife. She used to be in the mall where Seacoast Cars and Coffee was.
Yeah.
And since the mall's closed, they've moved to a different location. I can't remember where the location is, but...
Gonna need that contact.
Okay.
New car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll get it for you.
Plus XC90. That's getting done, too. Whether she wants it or not. I don't give a shit.
Gano's daughter-in-law right now. Or Gano, my driver's...
Yeah, I want to have both car end. I thought about tinting it, but then I was like, there's way too many sharp things in the fucking boat that would just scratch the shit out of it.
That's true.
That's why I didn't want to tint it. Because I was like, I
mean, you could even tint
I can
it.
tint
Yeah.
fucking Lexan. It's not rocket science. But I didn't want to tint it just because of the way. It's almost why I might go clear, just because like the scratches won't show up as bad.
Yeah. Yeah, she does tinting. She just tinted one of the guys at the shops. He's got a Volkswagen Golf, and he bought it. It was fishbowled when he bought it, and she did all the windows. She didn't do my truck, but she'll do any future vehicles. I'm going to have her do Mandy's car at some point.
Yeah. The Volvo needs it. Like 15% on the windows.
I want to have her redo, because my strip on my windshield is 20%, which I hate.
Yeah.
So I want to have her redo that, so it's 5.
I sort of want to do a whole windshield on my truck.
I wouldn't mind doing just like 35 on my windshield, just to help with the glare. But
no less than fucking 20.
The trouble is with that now, so many people are doing it. Cops look for it.
I know.
And like, I don't want to pay for it and then get pulled over and have some Barney Fife be like, you got to peel that off right now.
Yeah.
So that's my only fault against it. But, all right, I better get home to the wife.
All right.
She's probably banging pots and pans together, trying to entertain the dog and the kid at the same time. The kid's sleeping. But thanks for listening, folks. I think if you get the boat going, then we should do a live podcast from the boat at some point.
Yeah, either a live podcast. So did you know you can't go live on Instagram anymore?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I was messing with it the other day. We can still go live on our. So I can't go live on my personal page. I don't know why. But like, if you go to your personal page.
Yep.
And then scroll to like where you post. Do you have a live on the bottom?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why the fuck don't I? I can't go live.
Mine looks different. Like what I did is I went to the little plus sign up in the top left.
Oh boy. Oh, Tyler. I reached out to that fucker too.
About what?
About seeing if he wanted to fucking
Evinrude parts motor.
Yeah. Legitimately. I don't know why I can't go live.
So I went this little plus sign up in the top left.
Plus sign top left.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Where it says post, story, reel.
Yeah. Those are the only 3 options I have. I don't have live.
What did you do to piss Instagram off?
I don't know. Is it because I don't have a fucking Facebook attached and they want to be gay?
That may be it.
We're going to use the Meta AI support assistant. We don't have enough time for this tonight. We're going to have to end this podcast before Garrett gets fucking really mad.
I'm seeing it now. Thanks for listening, folks. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll be back next week.
You got it.
We're in the swing of things, unless we're fishing.
Unless we're fishing, which sounds like there may be a possibility of that, which is fine. So if you don't hear from us, sorry.
How many followers do I need? I need 1,000 followers to get on Instagram Live.
I don't have 1,000 followers.
I have 834. I guess I got to start posting and try and get followers.
You've got more than me. I have 627 followers.
We're asking follow-up questions. All right.